Quietly, almost too quietly. Cameras rolled, emotions lingered in the air, and what seemed like an ordinary conversation between a mother and her son slowly transformed into one of the most heartbreaking revelations viewers have ever witnessed. In an emotional, exclusive preview shared by my channel, longtime reality star Kim Menzies sat across from her son, Jamal Menzies, holding back tears as she prepared to reveal a truth she had carried in silence for decades. What unfolded wasn't just a confession, it was a lifetime of hidden pain, regret, survival, and a mother's struggle between protecting her child and confronting her past. For years, fans believed they understood Kim's story. They had watched her navigate love, heartbreak, and personal growth on reality television. But nothing prepared audiences for the emotional bombshell revealed during an upcoming episode of 90 Day Fiancé: The Single Life. Sitting face to face with Jamal, Kim admitted something that instantly shifted the emotional weight of their relationship. Jamal was not her only child. Her voice trembled as she explained that when she was just 21 years old, she gave birth to a son named Larry, a baby she ultimately placed for adoption. The confession alone was heavy enough, but what followed made the moment even more devastating. Kim revealed that Larry was not the only child she had given up. A year later, under difficult personal circumstances and a failing relationship, she also placed a daughter for adoption. The room fell into an emotional silence as Jamal processed the words. For most of his life, he believed he was an only child. That belief shaped his identity, his understanding of family, and his connection with his mother. Suddenly, that reality shattered. Not only did he have one sibling, he had multiple siblings he had never truly known. Kim's tears reflected decades of unresolved emotion. She explained that the decisions were made during one of the hardest periods of her life. At the time, her relationship with Jamal's father was deteriorating, and she felt overwhelmed, unsupported, and unprepared to raise children under unstable conditions. She believed adoption was the best choice she could make for their futures, even though it meant living with heartbreak every single day afterward. What made the moment especially painful was her honesty about conflicting emotions. She admitted she did not regret choosing adoption because she believed it gave her children opportunities she could not provide then. Yet she also confessed she was never truly at peace with the decision. The emotional contradiction, knowing something was necessary while still grieving it, stayed with her for decades. Kim described the experience of carrying a child, feeling that maternal bond grow stronger every day, and then making the unimaginable choice to let them go. She explained how birth mothers often carry invisible scars, constantly wondering about the lives their children are living, whether they are safe, happy, or loved. Even as years passed, the emotional weight never disappeared. For Jamal, the revelation triggered a mixture of shock, sadness, and confusion. He admitted learning he wasn't an only child felt disorienting. The idea that entire siblings existed outside his life forced him to reconsider his own childhood memories and the narrative he had always believed. He expressed hurt not only because of the secret itself, but because of how long it had been hidden. The timeline made the situation even more complicated. Jamal shared that he first learned about having a sister when he was just 12 years old, after overhearing a conversation between Kim and his grandmother. That accidental discovery planted questions that lingered for years. Later, when Larry reconnected with Kim as an adult, even more truths began surfacing. But still, not everything was revealed at once. Kim admitted she struggled deeply with how to tell her son the full story. She feared overwhelming him emotionally. She convinced herself that revealing one adoption might be easier for him to process than revealing two. Looking back, she acknowledged withholding the complete truth created more pain instead of protecting him. As the conversation unfolded, viewers witnessed a raw and unfiltered exchange between mother and son. Jamal questioned why there had been such a long gap between revelations. Why hadn't she trusted him sooner? Why carry the burden alone for so long?
His questions weren't filled with anger as much as heartbreak, the kind that comes from realizing someone you love has been silently suffering. Kim's answer was painfully human. She simply said she didn't know how to tell him. Fear, guilt, and shame had built emotional walls that grew stronger with time. Each year that passed made the truth feel heavier and more difficult to share. What began as hesitation eventually became a secret she didn't know how to undo. The emotional intensity of the moment highlighted something deeper than reality TV drama. It showed how family secrets can shape relationships in ways people don't fully understand until the truth finally emerges. Kim openly admitted she did not handle the situation perfectly. In fact, she acknowledged she handled it poorly, but her vulnerability revealed a mother trying to reconcile past survival decisions with present-day honesty. Fans watching the preview immediately reacted with empathy and debate. Some viewers praised her courage for finally opening up, recognizing how difficult it must be to revisit painful memories on camera. Others sympathized with Jamal, understanding the emotional shock of discovering hidden siblings later in life. The moment sparked conversations online about adoption, parental guilt, and the long-term emotional effects of secrecy within families. What made the exchange especially powerful was the visible love between Kim and Jamal despite the pain. Even as emotions ran high, there was no doubt about their bond. Jamal listened, asked questions, and allowed space for his mother to explain herself. Kim, in turn, showed vulnerability rarely seen from reality personalities, stripping away the confident exterior viewers had grown used to seeing. Behind the tears was a deeper theme: forgiveness. Not immediate forgiveness, but the beginning of understanding. Both mother and son appeared to realize that the past could not be changed, only understood. The conversation marked the start of healing rather than the end of conflict. The revelation also opened a new chapter in Kim's personal journey. For years, she carried the emotional weight alone, unsure whether sharing the truth would damage her relationship with Jamal. Instead, the moment created an opportunity for honesty that had never existed before. It allowed both of them to redefine their family story together rather than separately. Adoption stories often remain hidden beneath layers of silence, but Kim's willingness to share hers publicly brought attention to the emotional realities birth parents experience. Her words reflected the complexity of loving children deeply while believing that letting them go was an act of protection. It challenged viewers to reconsider simplistic judgments about decisions made during vulnerable moments in life. For Jamal, the discovery introduced a new sense of identity. The idea of having siblings somewhere in the world raised questions about connection, belonging, and the possibility of future relationships. While the revelation initially hurt, it also carried the potential for expanded family ties and new emotional bonds. As the conversation ended, there was no dramatic resolution, only honesty, tears, and the understanding that healing takes time. Kim's emotional confession didn't erase decades of silence overnight, but it opened a door that had remained closed for too long. In many ways, the scene represents one of the most authentic moments ever captured in the franchise. Beyond romance storylines and relationship drama, it revealed something deeply human: a mother confronting her past and a son grappling with a new reality, both trying to move forward together. The emotional impact lingers because it reflects experiences many families quietly share. Secrets kept out of fear can unintentionally create distance, while truth, even painful truth, offers a chance for connection. Kim's tears were not just about regret, they were about release, about finally allowing herself to be fully seen by her son. As audiences prepare to watch the full episode unfold, one thing is certain: this isn't just another reality TV storyline. It's a deeply personal chapter about love, sacrifice, and the complicated decisions people make when life feels impossible. The conversation between Kim and Jamal reminds viewers that family stories are rarely simple, and sometimes the hardest truths are the ones that ultimately bring people closer. In the end, what remains is not just shock or sadness, but empathy. A mother who once felt she had no choice now faces the consequences of silence, and a son learning that his family is bigger and more complicated than he ever imagined. Their journey moving forward might not be easy, but it begins with something powerful: honesty, at last.